I'm the best of luck, but I'm not going to let it defeat me. Maybe it just wasn't meant to be this time.
If you had any indication that was going to happen, might be let them know sooner.
So annoying. I hate shoelace.
I did have a chat with Conor last night.
In 2004, I went to prom on my own. And Paige is also delighted because Finn chose her. Shame on you, mate.
Sometimes he talks too much, this guy. He's talking.
Sorry. I feel like I catch the last bit of that conversation. I feel like, I don't know if it's just me. I feel like you can't even say that to him. That's the only, like, I feel like
he's like, why are you sitting down there?
That's the advice that
Who asked you to sit?
Follow what you follow.
This is what I do with Eve, it's just like similar banter. So yeah, we do each other's hair. Oh, can I like do things that like, oh, I have to ask you what to wear in the evening? Because every night.
Friend zone! Again!
Hands come in, sort me out.
Lazy.
Wow!
She has a fantastic bum.
Her eyebrows or legs?
My eyebrows. Hey!
I think I got
Sophie is shady!
busy boy. Busy boy.
Wow, space.
He still wants you, girl.
Everything that she does pisses me off, you know. She still wants you, girl. Close your mouth. Close it.
You're on threesome?
Yeah.
You're dusty.
What's your mom's name?
She said nothing.
Where are they getting these brains from?
So tired, man. Same.
Just drink every day for 6 weeks, though.
Yeah.
Every day.
Who, me?
Him.
Oh.
And me as well.
I'm so sorry.
Her take on this.
What is he wearing? Yeah. What are those trousers? Lord have mercy.
Nonsense race.
Just don't forget.
I'm going into the villa, buying a man, and there's not going to be any holding me back.
Just trying to get another more up. That was just good.
Watch out, girls. I'm coming for your boys.
Why does she
She's
sound
the 41-year-old.
She looks a bit older. She really does. You said a 41-year-old. You're funny. This episode, guys, inject it. Inject it. This was an absolutely beautiful episode. So many different narratives and storylines. Did you see my best friend Naz acting like a sweet one, reassuring, you know, other contestants who were feeling, you know, quite sad. And anyways, this twin is really, you know, crying because her twin has left, but we're voting you out next week. Do you understand? You lot came in as bombshells and you will leave us clowns.
No matter what happens at that fire pit, I think I'm cool as long as I get to see those big brown eyes. I think I'll be alright. I think I'll be good.
Oh my god, I'm shy.
Let's get into this video. Hey guys, it's Murad Morali. Hopefully you guys are doing well today. If you haven't already, click that button for daily and consistent content. Head over to my Instagram, Murad_Morali, and head to the link attached, if it's not showing yet on the YouTube banner, for my merch as well, because inject it. This episode was something that I tremendously liked because we have different kind of narratives going on and I really enjoyed it. A lot of people saying, you know, it's boring, it's boring, it's boring. This first week was far better than any first week that we've had of any other Love Island season, because the first week was normally the most boring week. Everybody gets to know each other, and you know, the first week for the last season was actually all about Lucy, and that was in itself so dry. Get straight into Miss Sianisse, Miss Sclerosis, Miss Shoelace, Miss She by Charade, Miss She Ain't Done Nothing, Miss She Ain't Nobody Checking For You, Miss She Tried It, Miss She Really Needs to Take a Seat, Miss She Has Dry Hair, Miss She Ain't Nothing. That's what we need to get into, because she feels very entitled. The entitlement. She was the one moving to this man, and then she gets upset that the man does not pick her when the man has options. Conor has options of who he wants to pick, and you're upset because you feel like this person has sent you mixed signals. But did you not send Naz mixed signals a couple of days before? When you do clownery, the clownery comes back to bite. Inject it. Do you understand? Hold it this way. Inject it. This is the content that I'm here for. She got an absolute slap in the face. It seems like she is the most hated, most disliked character on the show. How this happened, I find to be very interesting, because she was actually somebody who was quite cute and, you know, whatever. And from then, her demeanor has been shown, her character, personality has been shown, and she's fallen from grace to a whole new level. And, you know, I'm sure that her family and friends are probably irritated and pissed off about what everybody is saying, but, you know, we're not making this up. This is content that we are seeing. This is her. You know, this isn't filming or editing or producers. This is what we are seeing from this particular girl. The fact that she's very upset with it all, I find to be absolutely hilarious. You were moving to him. You were the one who tried to get with him. He has options. He didn't pick you. The game is the game. Move on, shoelace, and go to sleep. I don't understand what you're doing, Sclerosis. I really don't. I don't get it. Like, it doesn't make any sense to me. But what I love is how cool and calm and collected Conor is. I didn't really expect this behaviour. He hasn't once riled up, and a lot of people have tested in this episode. Not once has he riled up. He doesn't have that temperamental kind of behaviour. He likes to just be calm and collected, and I'm absolutely here for this. Although Sianisse is, you know, she's confrontational. If she wants to talk to you, she will. She's very direct, and she will let you know how she feels. Now, from one perspective, like the audience, we all dislike her, but from a producer perspective, they love her because she's bringing in that narrative. And, you know, if we dislike or hate or find somebody annoying, that maintains our engagement. So she does play a good asset for the show, whether we like her or not. That is just a common fact, and that is me attempting to be objective. We have Naz, you know, trying to, you know, flirt with either Jess or Eve. I don't know which one of these twins, and obviously fails.
I allow them to banter me about it because realistically everything else about me is near enough 8 out of 10.
They've ended up becoming friends, and yet again she's friend zoning the situation. Friend zoning the situation. I'm not mad at this. I'm not mad at the friend zoning situations, and let me tell you why I'm not mad at this whole situation. Let me tell you why. He and this girl could be friends, and they could, you know, develop far into this conversation, into this competition, sorry, not conversation, into this competition. He can develop far, like Montana did, you know. And what he can do with this is, when somebody does come in for him, then he will secure that gentleman kind of behavior with a girl, and then people will like him even more. And by doing all of this, he maintains himself in the competition. Whether you friend zone or you don't friend zone, you're still in the competition. If I can friend zone any man or girl in that villa, if that maintains my position in the villa, I'm still in the running for this competition, whether you like it or not. So I feel like that in itself is a very good task that he's doing, and hopefully it can take him quite far within the show. Now, I did not know that my guy could whistle like birds. I don't know. So my mind is really waking up now, talking to birds. One sparrow, one pigeon, one eagle. This is what he's doing. I don't understand. But yeah, that was his talent, and cool, whatever. We have obviously this whole mic situation.
No matter what happens at that 5 pit, I think I'm cool as long as I get to see those big brown eyes. I think I'll be alright. I think I'll be good.
Oh my God, I'm shy.
I'm finally happy, first and foremost, that they've showed Mike and Leanne on the show, because they do not show them at all, and it really irritates me. And I want to obviously make a video about this later on, because I find it to be very suspect. However, they were showing some Mike and Leanne together. She gets very giddy. You can tell that from the way Leanne looks at Mike. She's very besotted with him, and she really likes him. So I hope Michael doesn't do damage. But in my heart of hearts, I don't trust him. I feel like Mike is going to do some damage. Now, maybe my trust is coming from the fact that from the past 2 seasons, we've had the guys who F up the entire relationship. So we're conditioned to that. We're continuously conditioned to that. So maybe that's what we don't like, and I find it to be quite interesting. But he obviously was in a lot of people's businesses, talking and, you know, making his opinions. And sometimes it is better to be quiet, because you can irritate a lot of people. And so when he spoke to Conor, and, you know, he said, you know what, I'm sorry, whatever. I was like, the flexibility in this guy's mindset. He's playing his cards right, and I'm very glad that he actually can apologize. It shows growth. It shows maturity. It shows kind manners. It shows that you've been brought up in a proper household. And I do like the behavior that he was exhibiting, and I feel like that in itself is a good sign that he is obviously a very likable character. I also see Mike and Naz, you know, beginning a friendship. You can see it from the edits. I'm not really surprised. I feel like Michael would be the person that Naz would make friends with, knowing Naz. So I feel like that in itself is going to blossom and bloom, and hopefully it does. Now we have to Sophie. Now Michael is also afraid to get into a conversation and let Mike know. The way she intercepted.
Sorry. I feel like I catch the last bit of that conversation. I feel like, I don't know if it's just me. I feel like you can't even say that to him.
That conversation has simply said, listen, he had a choice, just like, you know, you weren't saying anything when the twins, just like Shauna said, you weren't saying anything when the twins picked you, whatever, you thought it was par for the course. So in that itself, I'm very glad that she defended her man. She voiced her opinion. She wasn't aggressive. She wasn't irritated. She let him know and she walked away. That in itself can take some guts. And I feel like, you know, credit where credit is due. I'm glad that she had actually done that. But she was also a very stirrer, and we all know that she's a stirrer. And I feel like that in itself definitely should be a placement in our mindsets when it comes to Sophie. Like, yes, she stands up for her man, but still. But then we also have this game that they were playing. This particular game, I feel like I liked it because I feel like it was messy. You know, this whole situation of sleeping with 100 guys and everything, and you can tell that the Conor with the rabbit teeth was definitely pissed off and upset. He was irritated as hell with the situation. You can tell that he wished he regrets sleeping with 100 guys. How he slept with 100 girls, I really don't understand, or I don't know how that has taken place, because was he not in a relationship with another? I don't understand. It all seems a bit confusing to me. And Callum has slept with somebody who's 41. I don't know why everybody was so gasped and shocked by, you know, Callum sleeping with a lot of 41-year-olds look better than a lot of 41-year-olds look better than a lot of 21-year-olds today. Like, a lot do, and like a lot of 41-year-olds don't even look like they're in their 40s or 50s in terms of like general aging, whatever, because of how everybody wants to use makeup or look good or dress well or health, or, you know, use the correct skin regimens. A lot of people look after themselves more and are more groomed. So I feel like somebody sleeping with a 41-year-old shouldn't that be much of a surprise? These lot were gasping, like he said, 85. Like, I don't understand where that came from. This whole new bombshell, this is probably the 41-year-old that Callum was talking about, because I don't understand who this new bombshell is. This person was trying to do a whole Mora. Girl, you ain't Mora. Please sit down. I don't know who she is, but if these are the bombshells that you are bringing in, because these twins are an absolute mess, and Finley's an absolute mess, and now this particular person, this show's going to go down very quickly. You need to have a good flipping cast, and I feel like we need to maintain that, and these bombshells are an absolute mess. Now, speaking of Finley, him and Paige, I don't care. Him and Paige, they can get married tomorrow, they can elope, they can have babies, whatever could happen. I simply do not care. I don't care for them. I find them boring. Team Furniture, I told you, Paige is like a water bottle. We've seen similar aesthetics of her, you know, Laura, we've also had Belle, like, they're all similar kind of, we've seen these type of girls, so many of them that look the same. Like, I'm just over it. Just go away, like, please. Like, I don't really care for her. She's boring, and it is what it is. But I like Conor, the second one. I feel like he's very calm and collected and thinks before his feet. Mike and Leanne, inject it. We need to see more of their content. Naz is an absolute sweet one. We've seen more of his beautiful, loving character, and look at how happy Naz has become now that he has left that witch. Look at how happy he has become now that he has absolutely left sclerosis. Look how happy he has become that he's left Sheba Sheree where she needs to be. Look how happy he is. He's glowing. I'm glad that he's set both of them, especially Naz more than her, because he was pressing for it more. But I'm glad that he's let that ship sail for now, and hopefully he doesn't come back to it or open it. And I just feel like, you know, we've seen more of his loving character, and that will just grow. But if he does mess up, you know, I'm going to be here calling him out again and again and again, because when you were sucking her finger, I was like, what are you doing? What are you doing? It's a stupid move to make. But hopefully, so far so good. He hasn't found a girl yet, but hopefully he will find a girl. And if he doesn't, it doesn't matter. If you can friend zone somebody, ciao. You are living there seeing the drama. You are friend zoning somebody. Your emotions are involved. You got food, and you're still running in the competition for somebody that might come. So you're not exactly losing. He is in a vulnerable state, but he's not exactly losing. But this new bombshell coming in, I don't think she'll even go for Naz. I don't think Naz will go for her. I don't even know. I don't know who's gonna go for her child. An absolute mess. But this episode was good. We had different interweaving storylines. Sophie and that beef, Mike and Leanne, Naz's character, that messy game. Sianisse did the most as well. I just feel like it was enjoyable. It was good, and hopefully this week follows through with, you know, good topics, and hopefully this bombshell can actually do something, because the twins did absolutely nothing. Let me know your thoughts are when it comes to this video. Do subscribe, click that button for daily and consistent content. Inject it. Do you understand, guys? Inject it. Let me know your thoughts are, and I'll catch you guys soon for another video.